coming up. It takes a while for these ones. Okay. All right. So last night we had one of those repo jobs come in, Mr. Franzarelli, and
Yeah, I heard.
you heard? So do you know about what's going on? Because they're saying that you authorized a tow yourself.
No.
Okay.
So
They
all I know about that whole situation is I was told by someone that works at my mech shop that it happened in Palito. So that's how I know about it. Um, Other than that, no, I don't really know anything about what mines do. I mean, if you look at history, I don't really have the greatest history of mines. I mean, obviously y'all know I'm a gang member, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Gang leader. You know, it's the obvious. I don't gotta hide that. I mean, there was a point where I took Palito from the mines. You know what I'm saying? So trust me, I ain't doing any sort of business with that group of people.
for sure. No, this is why I wanted to clear things up with you. And well, here's the thing. So last night we had the investigation go on, and we did catch them in the act and caught them putting stuff inside of taking stuff out of a vehicle, and that's where we kind of moved in on them. And they did have a receipt. Spartan, do you have that receipt on you?
I do not have it on me. No, I put it in evidence. I have a picture of it I could send.
Send it if you can. Maybe send it to him so he can see.
I can send it to you.
Or me or someone. But
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
It definitely shows your mech shop with it. Now, I'm not jumping to conclusion because I don't think you're doing it, and I know you're not doing it because you already had this conversation and you already told me what I am suspecting already, is that you had no association or anything like that. Well, in this bust, we caught them with over...
325,
1 second.
1042.
Thank you for your service, man.
See you later.
2,250 grams of meth.
Okay.
So, I'm just telling you to please, I would keep a closer tight knit with your guys, because if they're telling me, they're saying, hey, you authorized this, they said you yourself, because I said, are you sure about that? And they said, no, Mr. Franzarelli, you can call him right now. And I tried to call him, you were asleep or something, so it didn't work. And they said that you authorized it yourself and that you approved it.
Mayans said that I approved a repo to them.
Absolutely. They tried to get me. I tried to call you to verify, but your phone was probably dead or something. But
that's interesting.
Yep. And in that seizure, as stated, we seized 2,250 grams of methamphetamines. So I don't know if they're trying to jeopardize your business or what's going on, but you definitely have an employee that's giving out receipts, because we have the receipt and I can send it to you through email.
I know about one receipt that I was informed about from Leroy Williams. He's one of my workers. He's also part of my family. I kind of questioned him about that. He did admit to giving a receipt. He didn't. His claims are that, and obviously I know that's the receipt that y'all got with his name on it. He told me he really just didn't know that it was going to be used for any sort of anything like this. It was kind of a spur of the moment thing. They had some customers up there. One of the mines drove in with a tow truck, just asked him to do it. He was friends with that mine, and he did it not really thinking about, what the consequences could be. So, after I talked to him, I pretty much let him know, can't be doing that shit. I mean, he doesn't want to be doing that. He doesn't want any sort of association with them. I mean, he said he hadn't benefited off of it, nothing. I mean, and that's what pisses me off, because, they're using my shop name and a receipt from my shop, and then saying to call me as if I have something to do with it. And I promise, if my phone was charged or I was awake yesterday, that, I'm not going to. At the end of the day, dude, I ain't no snitch. I ain't no rat. I ain't never going to open up my mouth about what somebody else is doing, but I'm also not going to admit to something I'm not doing.
Yeah,
you
protect your business, because
business.
last thing you want to do is have us come down there knocking on your door. I don't want to do it. That's why I'm having this conversation with you here. I don't want to come knocking on your door, I mean, shit, you give us the best discounts in town.
Yeah, we got the best discount with you guys.
Why would we want to go and jeopardize something? But I'm throwing you a bone here because I want to work with you. And like I said, you're not snitching. You're letting me know that your business isn't authorized. That's not snitching. That's protecting your business.
Yeah,
That's protecting your brand,
exactly.
your company. Because think about citizens that don't want to like any part of that, and they know that, hey, well, you got the receipt from here. Maybe they're working for them. Look from the outside perspective. Now there's a drug case connected to it because there's a receipt with your company's name on it.
Yeah,
And once
like
these
I
go
said,
public, once the judge gets a hold of these, it gets even worse from there. So like I'm trying to cover you in these situations because you've never done me wrong. You've never done any of us wrong. Our job is to protect legitimate businesses like yourself.
no, for sure, man. And like I said, I do appreciate it. I appreciate y'all talking to me about it. I mean, as far as everything goes, I mean, I guess I got some stuff to figure out from all this because, I mean, I just don't like the route it went with them getting stopped last night and my name getting brought into it. Because whether I'm doing it or not, I understand that alone just makes me look bad, and that's the type of shit that I don't need. I don't need people lying on my name and on my business and stuff like that. I mean, like I said, obviously there's a receipt with Leroy's name, and I personally I've known him for a long time, and I do feel like that was an honest mistake, and I do know that if he was involved with anything, I'm the one person he would tell, and he straight up said like, dude, I just wasn't thinking. I was just trying to do someone I'm friends with a favor. I didn't benefit from it. You know, now that I can see where it could be an issue, I know that I shouldn't have done that. So it's like even with him, it's there's a good understanding of what's going on now, and I didn't know anything about any of this up until the other day. So I don't know. I don't like it. I mean, as far as mines, I don't like the mines. I mean, that's just about as far as it goes, man. I do appreciate y'all talking to me about it. I mean, I don't know what I can really do from my end, so it's like,
Well,
you know,
I will tell you this just to kind of solidify everything. Mr. Leroy might. I'm letting you know this because it is your business and it might happen when in your business. He might be brought down for questioning.
Leroy would willingly come down here for questioning. He ain't hiding nothing, and I'm sure he would walk straight through them doors just like I did.
Okay. I'll get in contact with you to probably set something up to get in contact with him. At a later time. But it's just as stated. I wanted to keep you up to date because I told you, I promised you, I'd let you know once you took another step. And so I'm giving you the information, and I thank you for being honest with me and the best you can and letting us know. Um, Now you know what's going on. So if they ever try and say I got a witness here again, stating that you're saying you do not authorize that with your company because, like I said, we just seized over 2,000 grams worth of meth coming into the city.
Yeah, it just sounds like they trying to get some of that heat off of them and put it onto the people that took something from them. I took something from them, so clearly they don't like me for it. So they try and put some of that heat onto me to get it off of their own backs.
All right. Well, if anything, if they're caught trying to use your company name again, is it fraud or I feel like we can hit them with a charge on something. I'd have to look. Um,
Yeah, you'd have to look through the charges.
if it's possible, I'll look through the charges, and then if we want to hit them with a charge, if it's possible, we will. I'll contact you and see if you want to hit them with an extra charge on that because they are defrauding your business and using it as a cover
I mean,
for them.
and at the end of the day, man, I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. I do operate a certain way, so if it comes down to me having to press a charge on anybody, I won't do that. It's just not me. I can't go that route. But anything y'all gotta do, that's on you. But me personally, I can't personally press any charges on somebody. That's just not the way I live my life.
That's fine. That's perfectly fine with us. But as stated, we just wanted to make sure that you were not approving any of these kind of things. And I got to talk to you the other day, but they said, "Did you?" Well, we talked to him this morning. We talked to him this morning, and I was like, "Well, did you talk to him?" They said, "Did you talk to him this morning?" I said, "Well, no, I talked to him a couple of days ago." And he said he doesn't authorize this kind of stuff. He doesn't want anything to do with anything like this. This is, he's trying to run his business. That's it. And so they did throw your name out there. They did say that you authorized it. So I just wanted to
No,
make that clear.
no, I definitely believe it. I do appreciate it, and I believe everything you're saying. Honestly, I wouldn't doubt it, not one little bit. So I do appreciate it.
Absolutely. That's all I got for you. Have any questions for us at this time? Or Spartan, do you have any questions?
No, I'm all good.
Yeah, and I ain't got no questions. And I mean, like I said, when it comes down to my shop and stuff like that, I mean, you know, I could take y'all there right now, and I mean, there ain't nothing, you know, nothing dirty inside my shop. Like I said, everything that has to do with my shop, it's 100% clean business. I'm not one to try to jeopardize something, especially considering I just got that. And I've worked hard to kind of keep that. So,
Oh no, you've been
but
pretty forthcoming and pretty honest with me, so I mean there's no need for any of that at this time, and like I said, we're just trying to get to the bottom of this situation and this investigation with that. And I do
nah,
thank you once again for cooperating, but at this time I have no further questions for you, and I thank you for answering pretty honestly with me.
it's no problem, man. I appreciate y'all, and you know, like I
Yes.
said, y'all need anything from me, just let me know. I'll walk right through the doors again, man. I ain't got nothing to hide.
Go
Sounds
ahead.
good.
Thank you very much.
Alright, I appreciate y'all.